as if this whole trial weren't grotesque enough, guess who decided to mosey on in, uninvited? Well, President Hillary, of course. President Trump's main election rival in 2016, Hillary Clinton, offering the opinion nobody asked for, and you'll never guess which side she's on. The People's Pantsuit, saying, quote, "If Senate Republicans fail to convict Donald Trump, it won't be because the facts were with him or his lawyers mounted a competent defense. It will be because the jury includes his co-conspirators." But that's not all. At the same time, Massachusetts Senator Liz Warren also chiming in, calling Republicans standing with the president, quote, "enablers," who, quote, "must be stopped." But the Republicans are not laying down for now. California Congressman Devin Nunes today suggested the GOP could impeach President Biden. Yay. If they retake the House in 2022, so are we being set up for a political impeachment every few years? And what does that mean for the future of our federal government? And when is Hillary Clinton going to go away? Good Lord, just go back into the woods, sister. Let's meet tonight's party panel and talk about it. We've got conservative strategist and Right Turn Strategies president Chris Barrett is here, along with Reason Magazine and Reason.com editor-in-chief Catherine Mangu-Ward, and Democrat strategist, radio host, and Fox News contributor, California's very own Leslie Marshall. Welcome, everyone.
Hey, Catherine.
Hey. So, Chris, I will start with you. I think that these senators have been disturbed by a lot of the footage that they had seen. Many of them were re-traumatized. They were scared for their lives. I don't know that seeing what the House impeachment managers have put together necessarily rises to what they feel are high crimes and misdemeanors, and therefore I don't know if it's going to change enough votes. So having said that, if you were consuming all of this information rationally, does that make you a co-conspirator if you don't convict the president?
Well, I mean, apparently by voting for Trump, I'm a co-conspirator. I mean, look, the Democrats have made it clear that this isn't even about Trump. I mean, they admitted it on the floor of the Senate today. They said they're not worried about Trump ever winning the presidency again. What they're worried about is they're worried about the 75 million people who actually voted for Trump. That's who they're laser focused on. And look, let's not forget that none of this is about the so-called accountability. Look, the accountability is the people have spoken and Trump's not president anymore. This isn't about punishing Trump. Trump's ridden off into the sunset. He's going to hang out at Mar-a-Lago and play golf. There's nothing they can really do to change that. This is about what they perceive as accountability for voters. And this, by the way, this is a continuing trend of the Democratic Party to focus their efforts not on defeating the political opponents that they're running against, but actually going after voters. This goes back to the Hillary Clinton deplorables comment in 2016. They are so unbelievably obsessed with the fact that there are 75 million Americans out there who disagree with them. And instead of trying to change our minds, they want us to beat us into submission.
Yeah, I still can't figure out how people, especially politicians, have not figured out how maybe alienating half the public isn't in their best interest. Democrats have the numbers now, but I don't know if those numbers add up to a mandate. But, you know, it's interesting. I'm sort of ruminating on the conversation and a couple of points that Andy McCarthy made, Catherine. And one of them was, you know, maybe he wasn't charged for the right thing. So the fact that the president kind of sat on his hands while all of this was going on, and, you know, you're watching this unfold, having no idea where it's going to go and how bad this is going to get. Is that the biggest issue here for you?
Those of us who have to try and make sense of proceedings like this, I think, are always tempted to more technical understandings of what's going on. So, you know, when Andy McCarthy said, you know, maybe if it had been different charges, this might have come out differently. I'm very sympathetic to that. I do think, though, that what you said to him is correct, that this is ultimately political. And it's really not only a political proceeding, it's political theater. Yeah. This was always going to be partisan. And while the impeachment takes the form of a trial, it's sort of LARPing. It's like play acting a trial in so many ways. And so I think that the specific charges actually don't matter that much. This is a referendum on the politics of Trump after he is already out the door. And we kind of know how that's going to come out.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to run again. And I think a lot of these images, Leslie, will stick in people's minds. And is that the point here? Is it really not about getting a conviction, because it doesn't seem like they're going to right now? Is it just to horrify people and somehow to draw a correlation between the horror and Republicans who vote to acquit?
So much to say on that. First, you made me tingle when you said you don't think he'll run again. Thank you for that. But I have to say, as I have said repeatedly, especially today on day 3, this is not about punishing. It's not about punishing Donald Trump. It is certainly not punishing the voters who voted for him.
Leslie, we're gonna fix your audio. It sounds like you have eaten a gremlin and have ingested helium all at the same time. So while you exhale the helium and spit up the gremlin, we'll get back. Don't worry, panel's going to stick around because it is game night. What? Welcome back. Florida is known as the Sunshine State, but the people there often behave like it's the Moonshine State. Am I right? We've turned their sun-soaked shenanigans into one of the nation's favorite games here on Canadalia, Fake News or Florida. You're going to hear a bunch of outrageous and hilarious headlines, and our contestants need to decide if it is fake news or if it actually happened in Florida. Party panel is assembled. Chris, Catherine, Leslie, are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Ready.
Okay, good. I got to write your initials down. I forgot to do that during the break. Now I can keep score. Purple for that, blue for this. Okay, here we go. Chris, here's your first question. You ready, dear?
I'm ready.
Excellent. Pasco County man with state of Florida tattooed on his face, arrested for calling 911 and asking for a ride home. Fake news or Florida?
That's Florida.
That is Florida. 22-year-old Matthew Leatham called 911 after 4 a.m. to ask for a ride. A deputy offered to call him a cab. He said he had no money, and as he was walking, he called 911 again and asked for a ride home. He was arrested and found to be holding marijuana right between his butt cheeks, which is fun. Good job, Chris. You're on the board. Catherine, here is yours. A South Bay woman was arrested for pretending to be a nurse and working at a hospital with no license for 8 months. Is that fake news or Florida?
Ooh, tough one. Florida.
Nope, that is in fact fake news. Chris, you're still in the lead. Leslie, you can take the co-lead with this one. Question number 3 for Leslie. Woman arrested for stuffing Easter eggs with pornographic images and putting them in homeowners' mailboxes. Fake news or Florida?
Florida.
Indeed, it is Florida. 42-year-old Abril Chestoni was charged with 11 counts of distributing obscene items and Easter eggs that also contained incoherent rants about local religious clergy, pieces of toilet paper, goldfish crackers, and strawberry drink mix. She claims she included the porn because homosexuals are allowed to teach in the church. Thank God.
What?
Yeah, that's right. Hallelujah. Okay, very good. You got that, Leslie? Catherine, you can catch up here. Question for Chris. An Ocala bartender was arrested after she spiked the drinks of every customer in her bar with bath salts as a prank. Fake news or Florida, Chris?
That's tough, but I'm going to go with fake news.
And you have 2 on the board. That is fake. We made it up, and it was so much fun. We tried it ourselves after work. Okay, Catherine, here we go. An Avon Park man was arrested after he used an axe to chop down a utility pole in front of his house because he said a woodpecker was pecking it and waking him up every morning. Fake news or Florida, Catherine?
Gotta be Florida.
It's fake news. We made that one up too, just so we could use the word pecker. All right, very good. Leslie, you can tie it up with Chris with this one. Sebring man arrested for threatening to shoot up a supermarket because not enough customers were wearing masks and gloves. Fake news or Florida?
Could go either way on this, so I'm going to say fake news.
No, that is Florida. In fact, Robert Kovner, 62 years old, became enraged that his fellow Floridians were not wearing enough PPE. Yeah, you know me, at the local. So he went on Facebook and said if they were to test positive for coronavirus, he'd head right to Publix and empty every clip I own. They were alerted to the post, arrested him for threatening to conduct a mass shooting, which apparently, even in Florida, is a felony. Chris, you're still in the lead with 2 points. Catherine, you have 0. Leslie, you have 1. All right, Chris, this is for you. A Fort McCoy man charged with DUI after police spotted him driving his lawnmower down a highway. Fake news or Florida?
First off, I can't believe this is a crime. But secondly, I'm going to say it's Florida.
It's Florida. It's not only Florida, it's so Florida. Oh, and look, he got a sunburn too. That's 48-year-old Paul Burke, pulled over while driving a lawnmower significantly under the speed limit on Highway 315. He told the sheriff's deputy he did not have a license, and maybe he did have a little too much to drink. After being unable to perform field sobriety tests, he told the deputy, just take me to jail. His rap sheet includes convictions for other DUIs, grand theft, cocaine possession, forgery, and leaving the scene of a crash. That is a multitasker. Well done. Catherine, here you go. This is for you, dear. Florida man arrested after bringing his own Aladdin costume to Disney World, changing into it in the bathroom, then walking the park and taking pictures with families as if he were an official Disney cast member. Fake news or Florida?
Florida.
Catherine, no. You're the smartest person I know. No, that's fake. And we only know that because our writer Jason put on a Aladdin costume and walked around Times Square and took pictures of people. Okay, Leslie, here we go. Let's see if you can, again, pull into the lead with Chris. Chris, did you get that one or not? Be honest.
I got it right.
Oh, you did? Wow, you're 3 for 0. Leslie, Miami man arrested on allegations he used fraudulently obtained COVID relief funds to buy a Lamborghini. Fake news or Florida?
We know somebody who did that, but it wasn't in Miami.
Oh.
And he just won a Super Bowl. Yeah, I would say that is Florida.
That is Florida. 29-year-old David Hines. He is accused of filing fraudulent loan applications and wrongly receiving $3.9 million in PPP funds, which he used to buy a $318,000 Lamborghini to go with that goatee and luxury stays and purchases at Miami resorts. That's how you do it. You just don't get caught. All right, one more round. Chris, we got to do this fast. Drunk Florida man arrested after he called 911 to report a fake home break so he could try to sell vitamins to the officers who responded to his home. Fake news or Florida?
Fake news.
That is fake news. God, you're good at this game. Catherine, you have no way of winning, but I'll give you this. Florida man wanted for parole violation caught after live streaming himself on social media enjoying a jet ski adventure. Fake news or Florida?
I mean, did you give me all fake news? No, I'm going to go Florida. I'm sticking with my strategy.
25-year-old Timothy Munford, a wanted man when he live streamed himself heading to rent a jet ski. Police were notified he was caught with 2 handguns, fentanyl, and marijuana. That's a very busy day, even by Florida standards. Good job, Catherine. Leslie, Florida woman arrested after she was asked to leave a supermarket for not wearing a mask, then came back with a mask on, but otherwise completely naked. Fake news or Florida?
Florida.
That is fake news, but it is a great suggestion. At least someone on our staff will try this weekend. Chris, you win an all-expenses paid trip to go rescue pythons in the Florida swampland. So nicely done. I don't know who's going to pay for it, but I'm excited for you. All right, Chris, Catherine, Leslie, well done. Well played. Good job.